Good morning, welcome back towards another video, and today we are going to be going over 𝐆𝐸𝐻𝐿. Let us begin. Okay, so we're going to be going over 𝐆𝐸𝐻𝐿 for today. This is a really easy gold farm in order to do, and you can get a wide variety of different types of mogs and materials from this. That being said, once you actually jump into this, you're going to be wanting to pretty much start this off by going toward the southern barrens and going down to the bottom left hand side of the map. That's where 𝐆𝐸𝐻𝐿 is, and that means that we can start this actual gold farm. Now 𝐆𝐸𝐻𝐿 is really easy in order to do. There are multiple different ways in order to farm this up. You can actually go for a full clear, or you can min-max your time actually doing this. So when I particularly like to farm this up, I generally like to do a half run of this. That's because there is a higher density of mobs at the beginning, so then I can min-max my time. However, if you wanted to do a full run, then you can do a full clear all the way up until the end. I just prefer not to do it. Most notable things that you need to know is there are chests that are dotted all around this actual instance, so if you bring a rogue, you're better suited for this. However, there are 10 ton of different types of chests you can open without actually having to worry about any of that moving forward. That being said, once you gather up all of those different types of items and all of those mobs on one side, I generally like to just gather them up all into one massive pack. And some of these will not drop any loot, that is the neutral ones, so don't even worry about farming them up. You don't need to worry about that. There is another chest which is a locked one on this run, which is just here next to this boss where you'll finish up your initial clear. I'm going to be doing my half run for this because typically speaking that's what I actually do, and it's much easier to actually show you what I do as opposed to what you can do in that sense, because that's how I've made my gold, and it just makes sense to talk about how I've made my gold. That being said, once you've gathered up and slain all of the mobs, you can then jump out and reset the instance. This is really easy by doing a half run, because all you have to do is just sprint back to the instance. Most notable different types of things that you can do, the different types of items that you can actually obtain from this particular dungeon is the Staff of Shades, which is the 6,999 gold, the Mantle of Thieves 1,500 gold, the Wolf Claw Gloves 4,000 gold, Avenger's Armor 61,000 gold, the Pugilist's Bracers 35,000 gold, the Plains Ring 6,000 gold, Vendetta 40,000 gold, Sword of Decay 42,000 gold. I've gotten that so many goddamn times. The Slag Hammer 10,000 gold, and Phaeton's Old Greatsword for 15,000 gold. Needless to say, this is a keynote dungeon in order to gain some high variety different types of transmog. Hence why I go for the sheer volume of the different types of items by taking up the volume amount of mobs. So I'm spending less time farming all of these mobs up. However, I'm taking out the maximum amount I can in that set time. So instead of doing a full clear where I could obviously take out more mobs, I can actually just spend around about 20 odd minutes, 25 odd minutes farming up and locking myself out to this, so then I don't have to worry about anything else and I can focus on crafting in the meantime or doing something else with my gold farming, so I can actually maximize the amount I'm actually doing on a daily basis. So in between all of this, while I'm waiting for my cooldown to reset, I will generally do my daily logs of different types of characters that are positioned next to different types of rare spawns, and that means that I can have the chance of gaining some high value transmog, not burn myself out by doing the same dungeon over and over and over again. I actually have a bit of variety by using my alt army to do other things to make gold as well, so I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. Once that's done, I can then do my next run, which is really easy in order to do, and overall I find that this dungeon is just great for just in general transmog. Now we are actually quite lucky, we do have another chest, and there is one notable thing with these chests. This can contain the plans for the Star Belt recipe, which goes for a pretty decent amount of gold. It's Lost a lot of value over the last few years, however it still goes for a decent chunk of gold overall, and if you really want to maximize the amount of gold that you're actually making, then definitely open up all of these as well, because you get some decent recipes from the old world. That being said, that's pretty much everything I have to say for 𝐕𝐴𝐻𝐿. It's one of the best gold farms for transmog in general, and other than that, guys, if you want any other additional types of gold making video content, then please feel free to go over towards the Patreon. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.